study the construction industry, manufacturing industry, and factory industry in the secondary industry. The data range selected by the secondary industry in our study is different from that of the primary industry due to the different characteristics. Because of the secondary industry accounts for a large proportion of GDP, its change has a great impact on the change of the value of GDP. Also, the various industries under the secondary industry need not only the technology and the machine, but also people to participate in the production. The ideal value of the secondary industry may fluctuate greatly after the outbreak and recovery of the COVID-19 because of this. Therefore, we mainly select data of each industry under the secondary industry in the first quarter of each year to compare the change trend of the added value of secondary industry before and after the outbreak of the COVID-19. In data, we run regression like this one. The estimate coefficients are different. Let's look at the estimate coefficient for factory industry. This number. It represents when factory industry increased 100 million yuan, hold as a variable constant. The added value of secondary industry will increase on average by 94.08 million yuan. The R-square and adjusted R-square are both equal to 1. This means the model can fit the data well. Also, when you see this number here, the p-value of manufacturing industry is equal to 55.8%, which is greater than 5% and 10%. So, we believe that manufacturing industry have little impact on the primary industry based on the data we used. Well, based on the average growth rate of previous year, we can predict added value of each of these industries in the first quarter of 2020 without COVID-19. So, the added value of factory industry will be this number here. And the added value of construction value will be here. And the added value of manufacturing industry will be this number. Compare the actual added value of these three industries with the predicted value of them. We can conclude that the actual added value of these three industries did not reach the average growth rate and show a significant decrease trend. In the short term, which means the first quarter of 2020, we know the data decreased significantly from last slide. There may be two reasons for it. The first is that the date when people go back to work is postponed. With the policy, we believe that the working day lost to factory and construction industry are 7 and 2 days respectively, accounting for 8.64% and 2.64% of the actual working days in the first quarter. The second reason of it is that some countries and regions reduce or suspend the import of the relative goods from China due to the isolation of the COVID-19 situation, which also has a certain negative impact on China's manufacturing industry. In the long run, which means from second quarter of 2020 to the future, after the COVID-19 is effectively controlled, people can go back to their job, and the restriction on import and export caused by the COVID-19 will also gradually disappear. Then the output value of the secondary industry can return to normal and level off. We can also draw this conclusion from the following data for the second and third quarters of 2020 here.